guys, so for today's video I'm going to be doing a get to know me tag, and I am so excited to do this video because it gives me a chance to kind of tell you all a little bit more about myself. And you guys watch me so often that it's only fair that you get to know me personally just a little bit more. So I have been tagged by Jessica from Keep Calm and Clean, and she tagged me and another YouTuber, and her name is Katie Sottile. And Katie, I hope I'm saying your last name right, but we are going to be doing the get to know me tag, and she tagged the two of us, so I will leave Katie's video in the description box below, that way you can go check out her video. And then I am also supposed to tag two other YouTubers that I want to see do this tag. So I'm going to be tagging Candice from Fancy That with Candice, and she is actually the one that I did a collaboration with when I did my spring morning routine. So Candice, I tag you, and then I'm also going to tag Kendra Atkins. I love watching Kendra's channel. She has two adorable twin little girls, and so I'm going to tag Kendra as well to do this. And yeah, I guess let's go ahead and get started. There's going to be 10 questions that I'm going to be answering, and honestly, I saw them like a week ago when Katie sent me these questions for me. She made them up for me, and I made up 10 questions for her, and I didn't really answer them. It's not like I wrote my answers down or anything, so I'm going to be answering these off the top of my head. So you'll get my true and honest reactions. These are not rehearsed or anything to make these questions or answers sound better than they are. But the first question is, how is your life different than you thought it would be? And that is a loaded question. Wow. Okay. So I guess growing up, probably, you know, in high school, the way that I thought that my life would kind of play out is that I would marry my high school sweetheart and, you know, have 3 or 4 kids. I was going to be, well, I am a nurse, but I wanted to be a nurse, so I was going to go to nursing school, and that's pretty much all that I had planned out. And things really took a turn, and, you know, we got a divorce. It was under some very difficult circumstances, and I did have Carter by then. He was 6 months, and yeah, I mean, that's where it took the biggest turn. And then I did finish up nursing school. I finished up nursing school later on, you know, 6 months after, well, let's see. I finished nursing school a little bit after my husband and I had separated. So that was a really difficult time, but I had school to kind of keep me occupied and keep my brain occupied while all the difficult stuff was going on. So I finished nursing school, and then I met my husband. Well, okay, I was an LVN first, and then I finished up RN school, you know, after everything was going on. And then I met my now husband in March of 2014, and then, you know, I have a stepdaughter now, and I've got 2 kids, 2 little boys. And honestly, if you had asked me a long time ago, I thought I was cut out to be a girl mom. I thought, what am I supposed to do with boys? Like, I grew up with 2 brothers, so it's not, you know, they're not completely foreign creatures to me or anything, but I'm just so girly. I always thought, you know, I'm made to be a girl mom, and I could not imagine myself, you know, as a girl mom right now. I'm such a boy mom. I'm so boy mom oriented that if I have a daughter, you know, and I do have my stepdaughter, but if I have a little girl, I don't even know, like, I feel like I'm such a boy mom that it would be so difficult to really transition. And I'm sure that it's not that hard, but just, you know, I feel like it's completely different from what I thought it would be. So yes, my life is completely different than what I thought it would be, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, number 2. This is going to be a long video if all of my answers are that long. What is your favorite Starbucks drink? Okay, this is a question that people ask me all the time. My favorite drink from Starbucks, I order, this is exactly how I order it. I get a venti light iced chai with 7 pumps of chai. Now, you can just order a regular venti iced chai. You don't have to get light ice. You can get just the regular, I think the regular amount of pumps is 6 in a venti. So I just get 1 extra pump. You can just, it makes you be able to taste that. It makes you be able, that doesn't even sound right. It makes you able to taste the chai a little bit better, but you could substitute like almond milk. I've done that a few times. If I'm feeling adventurous, I will try almond milk, soy milk. I used to get soy milk, but I'm definitely not a soy milk drinker. Coconut milk. I also like iced caramel macchiatos with almond milk. That's really, really good. But those are kind of the two drinks that I pretty much get all the time, but chai is definitely where it's at for me. What else? Number 3, what do you love most about YouTube? And, well, I love my subscribers, to be honest. I love being able to interact with other, people that I would never get to meet otherwise. I feel like everybody who watches and comments on my videos, I'm just like friends with them, and I see your names pop up over and over, and I recognize you, and I get to know you, and you send me Instagram messages, and I feel like we're just friends even though we never met. And I know that that sounds weird, but it truly does feel like that. I feel like there's just a community of people who, enjoy watching your stuff, and you like to talk to them, and you have things in common. I have so many things in common with so many of y'all that if we did meet, we would all be like best friends. And that's what I like about YouTube. It's just getting to meet other people that you never would meet otherwise, be able to talk to other people. I think somebody was saying, like, in the comments below that they like to watch the vlogs where I talk a lot, probably like this, where, you can just, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom and you don't have a lot of interaction with the, let's be honest, you're home with kids all day long and your husband is probably at work and you don't have a lot of interaction with adults. So being able to sit down and watch YouTube videos with other moms, that you're used to watching, or, people that you like to watch, you kind of feel like you're having some adult interaction. And it might sound crazy, but it's true. That's why I like to watch YouTube videos as well. When I'm home and I'm cleaning, I like to turn on a YouTube video. I just like the, interaction. You kind of feel not so alone when you're home by yourself. So that is another thing that I like about YouTube. Number 4, what is your best childhood memory? My best childhood memory. I have a lot of very little memories. We didn't go on huge extravagant vacations when I was little. We did go to Disney World, but that was when I was, I had just graduated from high school. So probably my best childhood memory was going on little vacations with my family. I remember being, 7 or 8, and going to little places here in Texas like the Bluebell Creamery, Astros games, stuff like that. We always had a really good time, and we would go to Colorado and New Mexico. We would drive there with my grandparents, and that was really, really fun. Just being able to do things like that as a family. Things are very different in my family dynamics now than they used to be then. So those are probably my best childhood memories, to kind of look back and think about how young and naive you were, and the world just was, it was so much fun. And then I kind of grew up, and things are a little bit more difficult now, and with my family, as far as my family goes. So just looking back and having those memories. My parents are divorced now, so just looking back on those memories just were probably my best ones. So number 5, I can't believe we're only on number 5. Holy cow. It's been 9 minutes and we're on number 5. I'm in big trouble. Number 5, if you could keep only 5 possessions, what would they be? Holy cow. Oh my gosh. 5 possessions? Does clothes count? Can I wear clothes, or do I have to be naked? Is clothes a possession? I would keep some clothes for sure. Maybe my phone or my laptop to kind of keep in the world, to know what's going on. I can live without the TV, but my phone, probably my phone, if I can keep that. I want to say pictures and stuff, but honestly, all my pictures, I have pictures printed out, so yes, I would grab those. But my pictures are out there in the cloud, they're either on Facebook, or they're on Instagram, or they're saved in my laptop. So I don't know, maybe I would grab my laptop. I have pictures in both my phone and laptop, so I don't know if I would grab a bunch of hard copy pictures, because I don't have a whole lot of those possessions. Gosh, that's so hard. Can I have my coffee? Can I have, like, if I have one Starbucks cup, can I continuously refill it? That's one for sure. Is that terrible? I mean, just like one venti iced coffee thing so that I can continually have my coffee. My Bible, I would probably take my Bible so that I can read that. That's probably the most important. Honestly, if I have my kids and my husband, and my family, like, I don't really need anything else. There's really no earthly possessions that you know, if we're just being silly, like, I'd like to have my mascara, maybe some chapstick, I don't know, but other than that, like, I can't think of anything that I'm just like, can't let go of it, you know what I mean? So I guess those little things would probably be the 5. Number 6, what are you most afraid of? Okay, like, on a surfacey level, I'm afraid of clowns. And bees and wasps, they terrify me. Like, any kind of buzzing near me just freaks me out, and so do clowns. But on a deeper level, I would say I have a few fears. I have, you know, just as anybody does, I'm sure, is a fear of losing my children. You know, losing a child is a huge fear. I really don't even know how I would ever cope with that. And those who have, I mean, I follow so many people on Instagram. I know so many people personally that have lost children, and they are just probably the strongest people in the world. I don't know how you get through something like that, and just my heart goes out to anybody who has lost a child. That's probably my biggest fear. My other fear is losing my husband, or, you know, something happening within our marriage. It's already happened to me once, and, you know, that probably wasn't I don't know, that sounds bad to say, but like mainly something happening to one of my children or my husband. But I also have a lot of insecurities about what happened in my previous relationship, that it's going to happen again. And both my husband and I share those insecurities now, but the fact that the same thing happened to us both in our first marriage, it brings us together, so that the fear is not so scary, because we both kind of understand and sympathize with each other and know what it feels like, if that makes any sense. So yeah, those are my fears. Number 7, what are the top 5 most used emojis on your phone right now? All right, let's see. This might be embarrassing. These right here, let's see if this can focus. These are my top 5 emojis. I have a little squinty laughing face, the red heart. What is that? Oh, the little okay thing, a bunny rabbit, and the peach. The peach usually like signals a butt, right? But I don't think who was I sending that to? Probably my husband, I don't know. And the bunny rabbit was for Easter, so I mean, that's only to be expected. Okay, where are my questions? All right, so number 8, if there was a movie made about your life, what actress would you choose to play and why? Haha, okay, well, everybody has told me that I look like Shailene Woodley, or I resemble Shailene Woodley a lot. My husband used to tell me this, like, when we first started dating, and I was like, I don't see the resemblance, what are you talking about? And then everybody has been commenting lately, especially when I don't have any makeup on, they're like, has anybody ever told you that you look like Shailene Woodley? Oh my gosh, you look like Shailene Woodley when you don't have any makeup on. And I mean, so many times people have said that, and now I finally believe it, because my husband said it and now everybody else is saying it. So I guess I would pick her because we resemble each other, but I also really like her, just her personality and her attitude. She's just very kind of like soft-spoken, a lot like I am. She seems very genuine and very friendly, not like, you know, too into herself, I guess you would say. Doesn't really seem like a diva. That's what I'm trying to say. So I really like her personality and the way that she acts. So I would probably choose her. I'm also so one of my favorite actresses is Sandra Bullock. I love Sandra Bullock. She's probably my favorite, but to play me, I would probably pick Shailene Woodley just because, you know, the obvious. Number 9. What is your biggest pet peeve? Well, okay, I do not like hearing people smack their food. It drives me insane. I saw something on Facebook one time and it said that if you cannot stand the sound of people chewing their food, it's actually like a disorder, an illness or something like that. Don't quote, something like that. But I cannot stand to hear people smacking their food. It drives me nuts. Or even chewing it. Oh my gosh, it just like, I've always been like that. Ever since I was little, I remember sitting at the table and my brothers would be like eating something or smacking something and I'd be like, can you not do that? It would drive me, oh, I hate the sound. I hate it so much. So yeah, that's a pet peeve. This is not a pet peeve, but a very interesting fact. I do not like the smell of syrup. That also stems from childhood. One of my brothers is really liked eating waffles. And I mean, we all like to eat waffles, let's be honest. But I feel like that's what I relate the smell of syrup to, just like syrup on your hands. It just like lingers. The smell of it lingers, like the maple syrup, and it is disgusting. So yes, I do not like the smell of syrup. So when my kids eat like waffles or anything like that, I have to make them wash their hands afterwards. I just do not like the stickiness or the smell. I guess that's a pet peeve. I'm not sure, but it's a fun fact that you probably did not know about me. And number 10, what is your best marriage tip? And I could go on and on about this question, and I actually kind of went into this just a little bit more in detail whenever me and my husband did what did we do, like a husband tag, I think it was, and we kind of touched on this subject just a little bit more. But my best marriage tip is probably, it might sound cliche, but is to never stop dating your spouse. Whenever you get married, it does not mean that you stop dating. Just because you have kids, it doesn't mean that you stop dating. My husband and I try to go out on a date once a week, and sometimes, you know, Cooper is with us. Usually we go on Thursday nights because we don't have, I don't have my son and he doesn't have his daughter, and we just have Cooper, and we'll go out to eat. And, you know, Cooper does really well. Sometimes we'll be able to get a babysitter for him on Thursday nights. Sometimes we'll go on the weekends. We'll try and go like every other weekend, or at least one weekend a month. We always make time for each other. It just makes you feel not so, especially as a stay-at-home mom, I do not get dressed up every day. You know, sometimes I feel really frumpy just, you know, taking care of the kids and cleaning the house, that it feels so good to just get out and feel pretty and feel like a woman instead of just a mom. And it's really good to spend that quality time with your husband. And, you know, you were husband and wife before you were a mom. And, well, technically I was a mom before I met my husband, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I guess just never stop dating your spouse is extremely important. I mean, my husband still gives me butterflies all the time, and it's just, we like to keep that spark alive in our marriage. And another tip would be to always be honest. And that might sound cliche as well, but there's a lot of dishonesty in a lot of relationships, and a lot of deceiving and deceitful things going on. And you know, if you don't have honesty, if you don't have trust, if you cannot be honest and you lose that trust in your relationship, that is, I mean, it's so hard to get trust back that, you know, I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. Just always keep an open line of communication. Even if there's something you don't want to tell your spouse, it's better to tell them the truth than it is to lie about it. But I'm not going to sit here and preach to anyone. I'm sure you all already know what you should do and what you shouldn't. So that is the get to know me tag, and I am tagging the 2 other YouTubers so that they can go ahead and do this video. This is a lot of fun. I've been wanting to do like a 10 question kind of video. And if you guys want to see more, I would love to do some more of these every now and then. And I will probably do a Q&A video. I know I answered some questions on my drive up to IKEA, but I'll probably do a Q&A video, you know, a little bit down the road, because people always have questions and I feel so bad because I can't always like type out an answer or, you know, give you the answer right away. But if I can do like a dedicated video to it, that's always a little bit easier. But this tag was really, really fun. I hope you all learned something a little bit new about me and maybe we have something in common. But thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much to me. I really, really, truly mean that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to tap the little bell button next to the subscribe button. And I think that's where it's at, right next to it. That way you're notified whenever I do upload new videos, and that way you don't miss out on any of my videos. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys.